Collins creatures. Today I'm at the New York Metro Reptile Expo in White Plains, New York, and this is a Junglo boa constrictor. I'm currently in the Annex, which is a bunch of other vendors aside from the main part of the show, and I'm going to go and check out and see what other awesome looking animals just like this boa are here. So come along with me. The snake on the left is a mandarin rat snake, and the snake on the right is a 100-flower rat snake. The king of these Ackies is eating his lunch. This is an Oophaga histrionica dart frog. This species of dart frog comes in many different colorations and patterns like the other kinds of dart frogs, so this one being the Tado. They are brown and orange in coloration, and they are from Colombia, and they are a really unique, and this is an awesome looking kind of dart frog that I've never seen before. This is the first time I've ever seen one. And because they are a very unique looking frog, it looks awesome. The Oophaga histrionica dart frog is one of our featured creatures of the show. Gamma refers to a specific line of jungle jaguar carpet pythons. These are baby Kimberly rock monitors. This is a scorpion mud turtle. They are a medium species of turtle from Mexico and Central America. They have a domed shell with 3 radiating lines. They are brown in coloration, and their skin is gray, and on their face they have little pink spots. And they are omnivores, as they eat aquatic invertebrates as well as plants, and they are just really awesome looking little turtles. And because it is such a cool looking turtle that I don't see too often, the scorpion mud turtle is one of our featured creatures of the show.
If you had 7 of these, you could make a classic movie. This is a Chinese king rat snake.
This is a dragonfly nymph. Dragonflies start off as aquatic nymphs, and a nymph is something that eventually will directly become the adult form. And so when a dragonfly nymph is done as a nymph, it'll crawl out of the water onto a branch, and the dragonfly will crack right out of it. You can actually maybe be able to see the developing wing pads on the nymph, and these guys are really important because as nymphs, they will eat mosquito larvae and the larvae of other aquatic insects, and then when they become adults, they will eat adult mosquitoes and are great for controlling mosquito populations. So if you see one of these in the wild, you know what it is, and if you get one at the show, you can take care of it and it will become a full-grown dragonfly. And because it is a very cool thing that you don't usually see, the dragonfly nymph is one of our featured creatures of the show.
If you want to start an axolotl farm, here are some axolotl eggs. This is a toe biter water bug, known for biting people's toes, feet, and legs.
This is an Australian barking gecko. They are a species of gecko from Western Australia, and they get their name because when they're stressed out, they make a barking sound. And they're this really cool looking pattern, and kind of like a leopard gecko, they can drop their tail if they feel threatened, and it will grow back, just won't look the same. And if you're keeping them in captivity, you can give them on a substrate of mix of sand and like cocoa fiber so that it holds a bit of humidity, but is still sandy. And they eat insects, and they're just a really cool looking lizard that gets about twice this size, maybe a bit bigger, and they're very unique and you don't see them too often. And because they are a very cool lizard, the Australian barking gecko is one of our featured creatures of the show.
Red-sided garter snakes are a very interesting and unique species of snake. Green tree pythons get a bad reputation for being bitey, but the seller demonstrated that this one is well behaved.
This is a rough-scaled sand boa. They are a species of sand boa from Central Asia and regions like Nepal and northern India, and they live in sandy areas. Though they don't have to be kept on sand, they can be kept on cypress mulch or cocoa chips just as long as they're dry, because they like it to dry where they live. And they're really cool because they have this awesome looking pattern and their coloration is beautiful, and they have these really unique scale pattern that kind of feels like beads, kind of like an Angolan python. And they're really awesome looking little snakes. And because they're so cool looking and they're not the most common snake, the rough-scaled sand boa is one of our featured creatures of the show.
Three normal, one leucistic, and one albino axolotl. This is a blueberry tokay gecko.
This is a Gidgee skink. They are from Australia and they have this really cool spiny tail, and they get their name after a kind of tree that they're often found around. And I had a great time at the New York Metro Reptile Expo, and I saw lots of really awesome animals just like this little skink and the boa that I was holding in the intro of this video, as well as all the other features. So I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like my videos, and see you next time on Colin's Creatures.
Nice to meet you, Captain.